And we're back. This time, I'm traveling solo. However, we have much to do. We last cleared out the Forest Navel, which, thank goodness, because I did such a bad job of it, and the Impact Site. So today, we're going to return and clear out the Forest of Hope. Will I do it in one day? Probably not. I'm not that good at the game. Am I going to try? Yes. Yes, that is safe to say. I'm going to try. What's a better cure for anything than a brisk walk in the woods, anyway? So, let's size up the situation. We got a part over there, we got a part over there, we got a part over there, and a part over there. So as you see, most of these are locked behind the presence or absence of blue Pikmin. So we are going to begin our day by recruiting our little blue buddies. Fall in line, lads. Let us make the most of this day, for we have limited numbers of days. I don't know what I'm saying. Let us clear out those who would stand against us. I was like, yeah, that definitely landed on your back. Let's not ignore reality here. So, let's take care of the annoying number of sheer grubs, because they love to eat bridges, which I cannot have them be doing right now for obvious reasons. Technically, there are ways around this bridge without necessity of Pikmin, or rather, blue Pikmin. But, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing speedrunner strats or glitches or anything like that. I'm not good enough at the game. Alright. Moving along at a brisk pace. Can't complain, can't complain. What I can do, however... Olimar's throwing speed is dependent on how close Pikmin are to him, so swarming the Pikmin closer to him actually allows him to throw way faster. This is pretty much true up until, like, Pikmin 3, I think? Anyway, this is kind of the softball part. We could kill these guys if we want to, but I don't care that bad. Anyway, let's grab our blue buddies and do a little cleanup. Yeah, it's kind of impressive just how many things are actually blue locked in Pikmin's 1 and 2. And then just how little is in later games. Pikmin 4, I think, fixed a lot of those issues. You were supposed to grab the pelt, whatever. Do whatever you want. I was trying to build up my blues. I don't know. I'm here anyway, you know, and I'm not good at Dandori. You guys are like, you can be multitasking. You can be speedrun. I could. I choose not to. Also, I like the way Pikmin 2 and 4 do the infinite day counter way more than the limited days of 1, or the weirdly kinda sorta, but basically not limited days of Pikmin 3. No, this is the counterpart to the Libra. I found my Sagittarius. My son gave me this as a present. It brings to my mind visions of my son back home on planet Hokotate. Oh, to be back there now. Load 'em up, boys. We've work to do. That was our softball for today. It's only going to get more challenging from here, so let's make the best of it. I think they have to take the bridge. I think even... I don't know. I've never actually tried it, like, letting the bridge get destroyed and just, like, throwing blues on it. I don't know. Never actually tried... You don't need to do that. You guys are so easily distracted. Anyway... We have to be a little careful in our approach on this one. Or... Oh, he's further over than I remember. Guys, what are you doing? Blue Pikmin can be so weird. Pikmin can just be very dumb. Let's just say that. Let's flower up, because we're here anyway. We might as well. I also like that the monsters respawn given enough time. That was a thing that in 4 was actually kind of disappointing. You kill the monsters on the surface, they're just gone forever. And I'm like, wouldn't new things move in eventually? This is a gift from my son. He must be very worried about me. Now I covered 16 of 30 parts. There's 13 more. Yeah, well, here's one. It's the shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this in place, usually. Now, see, the question is, will they take it the smart way, through the water, or will they immediately do something stupid? This is the joys of being someone who wrangles Pikmin. Anyway, now that we have deduced that puzzle... Yeah, the red's enhanced combat ability and the higher general HP sums in Pikmin 1 really rear their head in situations like that, am I right? Anyway, why don't you guys come here? Thankfully, this is essentially a shortcut back. Make sure no idiots are left behind. Whoops. I keep confusing my buttons. Okay, looks like we can reunite everyone, and then we can start going for the more challenging pieces. Now, again, they're all going to necessitate blues, so... Well, one of them doesn't technically necessitate them, just it's way easier with them. Alright, gents. Out of the way. Let your siblings through. Nice. 2 in 1 day is never a bad bet. Shock absorber. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swaying experience in typical spaceflight. Now covered 17 of 30 parts. Alright. I keep doing that. All I want to do is check my map. Yeah, going north and around that way is going to be our best bet. Alright, boys. Let's do this quick. Oh, no. Thankfully, his hunting range shouldn't be all that large. He'll give up pretty quick. Actually, I may just be able to ignore him. See, he may not even be in my way now. Probably shouldn't risk it. See, the real thing I was afraid of is the little ones can yell, which will get the attention of any big ones nearby. Now, that being said, that's not what ended up becoming the problem there. Lost one. Just one, though, so that's not... You know what? Let's just grab him. Why not? Haul him away, boys! Okay, everyone back on track now. Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about these guys now, because we're going this way. You know, for years, legit, actual years, I did not know that you could use bomb rocks on those lattice walls. Nope. That never occurred to me at any point that bomb rocks might even work. It did not dawn on me to even try. It wasn't until I actually saw someone doing a speedrun of the game, and they're like, oh yeah, the bomb rocks are way faster. And I'm like, I literally would not have thought of that. I just wouldn't. Mostly because I hate bomb rocks. That's besides the point. Anyway, we have a mini-boss up ahead of us. Now, let's see. We also have an idiot behind me. We can fix that. With that Bulborb, but no, we're gonna have to deal with that Bulborb. We can, nope, disregard. I'm thinking out loud and I'm confusing myself. Idiot. Okay. You don't have to deal with those over there. We can ignore them. Marvelous. Get in there. We'll at least get 3, guaranteed. Now, will I get the 4th? I don't know. I'll be honest. That might... Maybe. I'm gonna go with maybe. Technically, there are some ways to get past this guy without having to fight him, but where would be the fun in that? Plus, I actually really like this guy's design because I like beetles, so I think this is gonna be fun. And yeah, we can technically do this without blues. We can just throw once they have that gate knocked down, I could swap to reds. But we're already here. Also, my blue boys need to shine. I love blue Pikmin. They're wonderful. This is the Armored Cannon Beetle, and this guy is quite a beast. Whoops. No, that didn't actually kill him. Look at that. You're supposed to go in the blowhole, my little buddies. Don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this. Let's try extending. Okay, there we go. Alright, get on there, boys. It's like 2 cycles ought to do it. I think I saw one near his face. He might get crushed, but, well, life has to go on. Not for him, for us. Inhale. Of course. Don't you just love old finicky controls that are a little bit imprecise at the worst possible times? That's fine. It's fine because I've already massed a bunch of blues just from killing a bunch of stuff in this area. You guys are so stupid. Come on. We easily could have done that in 2 rotations. You guys want to attack his feet. Have an IQ somewhere down and room temperature measured in Celsius. Also, the Pikmin that gets stuffed in the blowhole doesn't die. He just kind of gets stunned for a second and falls out. There we go. Why don't you guys grab that? At last, my radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back to the ship. Why does it feel like I just lost way more? Yeah, because you guys are dumb. Yeah, no, I lost more Pikmin than I thought. Alright, hang on. I'll get you guys some help. Just stay there. Probably wasn't enough. Nope, that was exactly enough, by sheer dumb coincidence. Probably means we're not getting the 4th part today, but whatever, forget it. I want to... Good, they're taking the smart way back to the ship, which means they ought to be just fine. Well, hopefully the body makes up for the 30-odd Pikmin I lost. Wait, no, 20-odd. Yep, it did, and then some. I don't know. As frustrating as that was, I think the Armored Cannon Beetle's a cool fight. I don't know. I like it. It's hard for me to not like it, you know. It's this cool, big, shiny black beetle monster thing. Anyway, what we can do is start making preparations for the last part in this area. Which do require blues, nonetheless. Okay. You don't need to do that. It's like entertaining children. So... we have a pretty harsh path ahead. Mostly because my guys will chase anything that gets their attention, including a flint beetle. Nice. Radiation canopy. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. 18 of 30. Not too bad. Stop chasing the beetle. You guys are just obsessed with chasing beetles and attacking their toes. We probably actually want to clear these guys out. How did you guys die? These things have like 5 HP. Okay, I don't really have the numbers to kill this guy, but I can get the rest of them out of the way. And then in the morning, I only have to remove a few threats on my life. The females can't attack, and the males only eat one Pikmin at a time. So it's really not the worst case scenario. We're going to have to cut through there, though, which is going to be an interesting feat, to say the least. Upside is, this will be a massive boon to my blue numbers, which is going to be really important because the next area we're headed to is going to be very water-centric. Alright guys, let's go ahead and pluck these guys so they're not just waiting there. Pikmin who are in the ground at night are perfectly safe, of course, but I don't know. I prefer having them because it takes longer to pluck them than it does to call them out of their onion. Okay, all 100 Pikmin are accounted for, so let's just go to sunset. 3 parts in one day, though. That's still a win, as far as I'm concerned. Sure, it's diminished somewhat by the fact that I had to waste another day to come back for the last part, but that was going to happen kind of on a regardless basis. Plus, I can start the day with red Pikmin and have a slightly more aggressive approach on this. I can take about 50 reds and 50 blues and still get this pretty much good, and I think it'll be fine. Then we'll have the 3rd area cleared, and we can focus all of our efforts into the 4th area, which is the distant spring. 9 days since impact. The Pikmin always carry their prey back to the onions. This observation indicates that taking food pellets to onions of the same color results in the release of larger numbers of Pikmin seeds. I've also found ways to group Pikmin by color. I can hold A to grab one for a moment, or I can press X to dismiss them all. Standard Pikmin handling stuff. Yep. Not greatly boosted the blue numbers, even with a couple combat casualties. But I'm not here to do a 100%, no-death run. I don't hate myself that much. Much like corporate America, it's not a bug, it's a feature. So, just like I speculated, we're going to take a team of 50-50 reds and blues, which are good because those are the Pikmin I have the greatest numbers of, so even if I mess up and have catastrophic losses, it really won't be the end of the world. And it's a pleasant color scheme. How are there 100 Pikmin in the field? It's a blue sprout where the cannon beetle was. Yeah, that checks out. I don't remember if that's a thing in later games or not. Honestly, the combat in 1 is the hardest in the franchise, so I guess I don't really stop to think about it. No. Leave him alone. I swear, you guys. Okay, let's grab a red. It's not the best angle of approach. I don't love attacking from the side if I can get behind him, but whatever, we'll make it work. Go, my legion of careless attackers! Ask not what you can do for your onion, ask what you can do for your captain. Okay, once again, this time we're actually going to go for the big guy first. He's closer, so he's a bigger threat. And the Pikmin are not smart, so they will definitely go the worst way possible to get home. And I have to take that into account. Meaning I will probably want to clear the beach before we, I say beach, I really mean like the area next to the pond, before we allow them to do anything rash. Which means, oh gosh, there's 2 of them. I don't remember there being this many of them. Whatever. It's not something that my foolproof strategy can't deal with. Some Pikmin just want to die. I don't know what else to say. Reds have a 1.5 times attack multiplier versus any other Pikmin type. So, in terms of combat prowess, especially in the first game, they are up and away your best option. There we go. Now that we have secured this area, I'll worry about collecting the bodies later. In fact, if everything works out okay, I might actually use them to bolster my yellow numbers now that they're so far behind. Anyway, our path home secured, we now need to work our way towards our goal. Oh, he's facing right at me! You might be thinking, Snek, what are you going to do? Are you going to attack him head on? The answer to that is no. That would be dumb. Why would I do that? What's a little casual culling of the population, anyway? Definitely won't have any ecological repercussions. You know, I saw someone on Twitter ask a really interesting question about that. It was like, you know, if you think about it, you know, what would happen if all the mosquitoes died? Like, would it really be that bad? Or it's like, would a species of frog that you've never heard of die? It's like, is that really such a big ask? Why does it say I have a stray? Oh, I don't have a stray. I lost a Pikmin in combat. Well, that sucks, but, you know. All for your captain and all that. Anyway, now that we have blues, this box needn't be a problem anymore. I almost said threat. Not a threat, just a problem. A minor problem, really. Oh boy, you guys sure are dumb. Now, do I really think I can ferry my reds across? Isn't that the million-dollar question? So, let me introduce a interesting mechanic of blue Pikmin. When they are idle, they act as lifeguards. And I'm hoping that because I only have 50 reds, not 100, that I can just walk across. Boss fight! Get away from him, idiot! Anyway, if you ever wondered, the part on this part of the map actually kind of moves around a little bit. It's because it does move around. Quite a bit, actually. So, we kind of gotta wait for a good opportunity for him to burst out of the ground, and we want to swarm around wherever he pops out of. If we do that successfully, we get a big head start on him. And we're able to do a great deal of damage and limit just how much damage he does to us. And that's the end of the burrowing snagrat. Wait. That's not a ship part. That's not a ship part. I almost forgot. This joke's a running gag. Yeah, I forgot there's two of them. That's a my bee, guys. It's okay, I'll let the reds take the pellet to make up for it. Hey, how did you reach them? They weren't physically anywhere near you. Wonky hitbox garbage is what I'm saying. So, swarm around. Whoops. That was a bad approach. What are you doing? The species is just, like, how has the species survived? That's what I want to know. If you get enough on their body, they won't even really try to make a point to try to eat them. They'll just kind of give up. Oh, right. Right. Running gag. Almost forgot. Generally, it's better to isolate and try to divide and conquer. Trying to take them all on at once is basically a death sentence. I hate this boss fight. I really don't like it. Of most of the boss fights in this game, I'd argue this is probably one of the most frustrating and unfun moments in the entire first game. Second only to bomb rock usage. One of these idiots has the part I need. And, of course, because this is my luck we're talking about, it's the one who's still alive. Wow, now we have a stare-off. good. That was a lot of damage in one rotation, so that's good. Get away. I'd say I can't help you if you're just kind of doing things independently. There. This should get me the ship part. It's the Geiger counter. Every spaceship needs one of these, but I don't actually know what it's for. Every once in a while, it goes wild and lets out a lot of noise, but I never pay much attention to it, so it doesn't do me much good. I really should read that manual one of these days. Thankfully, the Reds do know to not just meander into the water, so I'm going to let them take these pellets in return for their strong efforts and, you know, many, many battle casualties. And I will instead enlist the Blues to take the actual part home. That's also why I wanted to clear the path early in the morning, so that we'd have a very quick and easy way home. Alright. Nicely done, gang. I'll catch up with you in a little. Guys, really. Just headbang in the water for a minute, okay? The Blues, however, because they can swim, will naturally take the shortcut across the water, which really is the smartest thing they could do. Okay, chill. Yeah, Nintendo didn't really take into account the fact that they'll walk in the water, and thus it'll make a great deal of noise. Take yeah. Take the prey item. Just go help your family. Alright. The Reds, having taken the pellets, will now have their numbers restored, probably expanded upon because of those 5s. The Blues will take the last part across the water, and they just randomly killed one of the tadpoles for me. That was something they didn't have to do, but chose to do. And the Forest of Hope is now clear. Not too bad. Now, someone who's better at the game could probably have done that in one day, but whatever. I'll take it. Noisy Gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. I now covered 19 of 30 parts. If I can get 10 more, I can increase my ship's capabilities. Alright, so let's pluck our new little guys. And I'll probably just get 100 yellows and just let them build up their numbers in the last couple hours we have left in the day. You know, for all the frustration this game can cause me, I love it an awful lot. Okay. So that should be... Why am I missing Pikmin? There's one lone blue idiot out there. You know what? It's fine. Stop. Okay. It's fine. I'm still gonna stick with my plan. There's plenty of warm bodies nearby. The yellows can feast, and I can still save that idiot. I might even make it a point to go over to the battlefield and get that random stray blue that's left over from the battle with the beetle. Maybe. So I'm going to be well over 200 Pikmin in every color, and therefore more than enough to complete the game. If you have like 100 in every color, you technically have enough, but... yeah, I'm splitting hairs. Grab these. Grab these. Don't fall too far behind. Come on. Yeah, Pikmin 1 AI is a little bit dumber than later games. But hey, you know, gotta take care of your little idiots. Guys, come on. On the bus, we're moving. that many. Just enough to get it moving. There. And these guys can grab this one. As many of these guys as I wiped out, I should do something to help clean up the ecology. This place will turn into a field of rotten despair if I don't. Anyway, let's save this idiot from himself. And since the yellows are busy transporting things, you know what? Let's help the yellows. You don't need to come with me. That way I don't need to babysit you. That'll navigate you back home anyway. Anyway, with our mins taken care of, we can just head straight through here. The yellows will enjoy a nice little population boom now in the wake that their red and blue brothers have. Or sisters. I don't know. Who cares? You'll pull that sprout purely out of principle. No Pikmin left behind and all that. Yeah. One little blue flower just chilling out over here. Look at you go, trooper. See, Pikmin with a flower run about as fast as Olimar does. So they very rarely, if ever, get left behind. Except when they do dumb stuff like that. Okay, I kind of thought you guys would be done by now. Kind of need you guys to be done by now. Wouldn't it be funny if I just issued an ultimatum, like, if you guys don't get back to the onion, I'm leaving you behind? Let's see what happens. Will they make it? Will the yellows have their numbers total over 200? Yes, they will, because I'm just going to speed this along. Ah, you're kidding me? I should have been less taunting and more helping. Ah, well, it doesn't matter. We still got a lot out of that day. I had to destroy a lot to get that day. There was no doing things by halves. I had to cut quite the swath of bodies. Who knows how many bulborbs and 3 burrowing snagrets. The ecology of this place is definitely going to go lopsided. Oh well. 10 days since I'm back. Hope is going to well up within me for the dolphins' repair and my own chances for a reunion with my dear family. Tomorrow I shall go forth with a new attitude and continue my exploration in a different region. I hope that fortune will smile upon me, randomly capitalized. Unless fortune is the name of some kind of Hakatatian deity. But yes, we now have 200 of every color. Which for some reason I was thinking mathematically was impossible, but no, we almost have 700 Pikmin, not 600. Now, with the Forest of Hope completed, we can now give our all to the distant spring. Which I plan to do with great gusto, because this place can be really hard if you're not ready for it. Actually, I see our first destination. So, immediately, there are parts. There are many parts. There are parts everywhere, and almost all of them mandate use of blues. So, I'm going to take my legion of newly grown blues and put them to some good use. Alright, gents. Ladies. Frankly, I just don't care. We gotta make the best of it. So let's start figuring out what it is we're gonna do. We're gonna start by falling off the ledge like an idiot. So that's great. Now that we have done that, we can begin our day. Ah, yes, I remember this one. I don't like this puzzle. See a nice little group up there, and we can just dismiss the rest, because it doesn't matter. I did not mean to fall off myself, but I did. You know what? I'll sort out the difference momentarily. This puzzle is frustrating, not in the sense that you're liable to lose Pikmin, but that you're liable to lose patience. I found the repair-type bolt. This robotic marble can fix just about anything of the ship that's broken. That's good, because I got terribly bored fixing little glitches. Anyway, they basically immediately drop it, like a bunch of idiots. Thankfully, they'll pick up right from where they left off, with their siblings assisting them. You guys are going really far out, unnecessarily into the water. Which means that Wollywog is almost certainly going to attack them. Which means I almost certainly need to do something about that. Now, having learned my lesson in the Forest Naval... Oh, come on. I whistled that well before then. Stupid frog. See, this is why no one likes the Wollywogs, is because they can kill stupid numbers of Pikmin for stupid reasons. I do not like dealing with them. Whatever, it's another part. That one is pretty easy, obviously. Repair-type bolt. It's like an ordinary bolt, but it's actually a repair robot. And now I recovered 20 parts. And now I need to go recover my guys, because I know there's some still sitting over here waiting for me to come rescue them. When you just assume everyone around you is an idiot, you're probably right. Or you have a really, really interesting display of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Well, that kind of helped make up for the losses. Not exactly. We're still 15 down, but... Well... What can I say? Rome wasn't built in a day. And what I really need to do is, unfortunately, dealing with more frogs. Which really might be my least favorite thing in this area, but... The terrestrial threats can wait. Like it or lump it, there's a part directly out into open water, so I can't afford to wait. These guys have got to go. Just let him attack, let him hit nothing but open air. Come on, idiot. Let's do this. I'm just going to choose to ignore that. I found my massage machine. Put this right down the lower back area and let it go to work. I can't wait until I get it installed again, as my lower lumbar region has been paining me ever since the crash. Ah, sweet relief. So, guys, why are you choosing to go in the worst possible direction? This enemy is no joke. Unfortunately, these guys really aren't either. They're more annoying of their landlocked, burrowing cousins. Thankfully, one hit in the air is all it takes to destroy them. Why do I only have 99 now? They actually managed to eat one. Anyway, we can't wait for real strategy here, so we're just gonna go for it. This guy is big, angry, and much more sensitive to movement. You get this guy angry, he immediately gets up and starts attacking. He's the more aggressive version of the red guys that we've been dealing with so far. Come on, idiots. You're so insistent that your pathfinding has to take you across this bridge. Pikmin that are carrying our spoils can be milling about in one place with their loads. It appears their path back to the Onion is blocked, and faced with what seems to be an insurmountable obstacle, they have lost their focus. This is unacceptable. I have to determine what is blocking their way and what I can do to resolve the problem. Like how even Olimar is like, this is unacceptable, guys. Come on. Oops. Yeah, for some reason they decided this bridge was necessary. We're going to grab that part, and maybe that one over there. That'll get the areas that are out in open water and, you know, frogs dealt with immediately. Does me punching this actually do anything? I don't think it does. Olimar doesn't really become a kung fu master until Pikmin 2. Alright, gents, anytime you're ready. So how's your day today? Come on, guys. You guys are blues. You thrive in the water. Like, we might as well just grab this guy. We're here anyway. Are each and every one of you guys going to sigh before we leave? No, forget it. I don't care. Get over here. Hey, I saw that, idiot. Fall back in line. Water Dumples. These guys are actually relatives of the Bulborb family, interestingly enough. Well, I mean, I think it's interesting. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone for the aggressive approach, but I wanted to do something a little different. I usually play way more too defensively in these games, and maybe I assumed you guys would get bored if I was playing too soft. Okay, good. It's another part. Massage machine. I've been walking so much lately. I'm really looking forward to using this. I recovered 21 parts. Ah, this little guy. Yes, this is the Puffy Blowhog. More of a nuisance than a threat, but nuisance sufficient. Nuisance sufficient. Really, all he does is just kind of mildly annoy you by pushing Pikmin around, and if you aren't, you know, using blue Pikmin, we know that, Olimar. You've given me that message like 3 times. I found my interstellar radio. Not only does it emit a constant SOS signal, it also broadcasts voices from space that will brighten up my moments of boredom. The dolphin, while comfortable, becomes quite a lonely place in the depths of the night. Ah, you have the heart of a poet, Olimar. Okay, I'll recover my scattered mins, and we can do something about this. Yeah, that was a little bit too aggressive on my part, and I'll own that. But come on, you guys don't want me to see me playing defensively forever. Run, run, guys! Oh, jeez. Stupid frog. Okay, let's do the rest of my blues and start cleaning up the mess I've made. The blues' population numbers are going to be up and down and up and down and up and down. And thankfully that bridge that we made will give us some bomb rocks necessary to get to the other part of the map. But since we're on the open side anyway, I figure this might be easier. Let's do it. Yeah, see, he likes to be a nuisance. He's not a threat. He can't kill Pikmin. Not directly, anyway. Oh, and you guys, have I got a treat for you. It's called 80 blue Pikmin that are angry that you killed their cousins. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, guys. Load her up. Go ahead and take these home. No reason not to. Everything between here and there is dead anyway. Anyway, with these 40 or so, we can now go assess that last one way out on its lonesome over there. Which may not be a good idea. Yeah, no. And second thought, not my best plan. Let's kill this frog instead and clear up the shore a bit. Hate you. Hate you so much. We are approaching from a very broad angle. What do you guys think you're doing? Ah, yes, you think you're driving us straight into the heart of the monsters. Nah, nothing good's coming of us. We're all about to have a really bad time. And you just sat there like, yep, fate accepted. Hey, you know that now that you're alone, I can kill you. In retrospect, not your best plan, was it? Whatever, brute force numbers. Just keep throwing Pikmin at the wall. Eventually something will work. Interstellar radios. Part will send out a daily SOS signal. I have so little time remaining, though, that I have no option but to continue my search rather than waiting for a rescue party. Having to collect every part is a bit overwhelming. But I get the impression not all parts are needed to fly the ship. And yet the game doesn't tell you what those are, and it's essentially impossible to do that ending without actually just getting to the final area. Anyway. Okay, so, you want to fight, huh? I didn't know they were allowed to even come into the ship area. Apparently they are, though. He's harassing one individual Pikmin over there. You know what? Nuts to it. At this point, any further activity is a wash anyway. Clearly, the morning strategy calls for a little red action. Both in blood and in Pikmin color choice. Because I was going to just try to stick to the water, you know, stay out of the way. My Pikmin just aren't that bright. And because they keep walking me into the mouth of danger, I have no choice but to retaliate. Really, they asked for this. "11 days since impact. There appears to be a large cluster of parts here. If my calculations are correct, then I should be able to recover virtually all of my missing ship parts. But not quite all of them, unfortunately. There still seems to be some pieces that remain unaccounted for. I must find 7 more parts to further increase the dolphin's range. Yeah, our numbers were more or less stagnant, except the blues kind of W'd today, but you know what? Whatever. We're going to teach those guys a thing or two about messing with me. And my army of very motivated workers. Before, I was fighting on the handicap. Today, there will be no such exception. I'm glad you're here. We need to have a little heart-to-heart. You and me. Best buds forever and ever, and I'm gonna murder all of you. Come here. Really, the most annoying thing about a puffy blowhog is the fact that they knock flowers off your Pikmin. Really kind of a distraction than a real threat. Also, that blast radius is way bigger than I remember it being. And now the punchline. Regather my army, which has been shoved all over the place. I don't even know where the last one is. How did he get over there? Legit, how did you get there? Well, play dangerous games, win dangerous prizes, I suppose. Upside is, that really wasn't so bad. Don't care about the stick, just get over here. Come on, idiot. You know you wanna. Come on! Come on out! You have chosen death. Gotta be a little careful navigating around water, but even these idiots should be able to manage this. Now, our immediate landing area is a little bit safer, and we'll have the opportunity to do something about that part over there. Which, once again, will mandate the bridges, but don't ask me why. Blues should be able to safely navigate it around, but Pikmin have very, very literal-minded instincts. Alright, boys. Let's head back. We're gonna need blues and yellows for the next couple of things that we need to get done. Racking up our vengeance in terms of body count is a glorious thing. But for now, my bloodlust is sated. For now. Lest nature start thinking that I'm not paying attention to its shenanigans. So, we're going to take out a small squad of, Pikmin who do not care what happens to them and have no sense of self-preservation, and a team that'll actually be doing stuff that involves surviving. Because now that we've cleared out the area of enemies, we now have the opportunity of getting our hands on some bomb rocks. So, this is a very simple breakdown of duties. One team will be focused exclusively on building that bridge and getting that part home. The other team will be foolishly throwing themselves into the jaws of uncaring Mother Nature and explosives. Okay, idiots, come on. Put the corpse down. There, now we have a little bit of room to work. Get on there. Now that we've cleared that out, we can focus on getting the yellows to their destination, which is that skull right over there. With those bombs, we can now open those doors and get us further into the area. But actually, I think there's some free bomb rocks over on the other side of this bridge, which, thanks to killing all the shear grubs, wasn't eaten first thing in the morning. Let's take advantage of our blessings while we can, and arm ourselves for a very violent and explodey death. And however many's in there, get whatever you can. Come on. Okay. You did that to yourself! You literally chose to do that. I know pattern recognition isn't really a strong suit of Pikmin, but, like, dude, you did that on purpose. Like, I don't even know what to do with you right now. You know, maybe it's better that they're not a bomb rocker. Maybe it's better that they just stay back and not die at the slightest provocation. Now that that's cleared out, we can get the ship part. Get up! There are way too many idiots in my squad, I'm just saying. I found the gluon drive. Using the quark-binding metaphysical properties of gluons, this device, well, it's very scientific, and I don't fully understand it myself, but it was very expensive. Alright, all aboard. There we go. Time to begin the demolition derby, boys! Okay, I got 9 bomb rocks to work with. Should be just enough to level this gate. Come on. You guys would stop being cowards and do your job. Excellent. Now with these 3, I can start doing some damage to the other rock wall. Might as well just grab these guys. We're here anyway. Stop. What? I didn't even see that grass. Just stop. Little weirdos. I have enough bombs to... You can see me in the background. My disappointment palpable. I had no idea how this works, but means the dolphin will again lift off with its characteristic roar. Now we're at 23 of 30 parts. Find 6 more. For the black walls, it takes 3 bomb rocks to lower at 1 level. So for the rest of that, we can fight that particular battle later. The yellows, I think, are good on what they can do right now. So I'm going to take to the water and go around. We have the option, of course. Right. Gotta wait for them to get into their onion before I can give that order. There is a small, narrow passage you can get in through here, but the Pikmin will try to carry anything through the gate, so going that way is just a waste of time. Instead, we're going to forge the river over here. We can actually get something done over here. starting with killing a bunch of frogs. Nothing puts a smile on a Pikmin player's face quite like a Pikmin getting crushed by a glitch. The frog dying has a chance for its body to just randomly kill a Pikmin. It's not supposed to happen, and yet it does. Also, that happens, because the frog can sometimes just jump no matter how many Pikmin you put on it and kill them all. Sometimes I hate this game so much. Yet it's all related to the frogs. Anyway, let's replenish our numbers. Actually, I can just have the blues haul all the dead bodies home and clean this place up a little bit. Really, it'll be 50 of one, 50 of the other. I'm just immensely annoyed that not only did I have the frog body falling glitch crush my Pikmin, I also had the inexplicable tendency for it to jump with 100 Pikmin on its back and squash the 50 beneath. And that idiot is just going to town on the sticks, because it feels like it, I guess. There is nothing for you there, my friend. You might as well just stop. Just wait a second. I'll have a solution momentarily. It's my zirconium rotor. This is made from rust-proof zirconium, which is particularly suited to making spaceship parts. I had to pay a lot extra to have this installed and expect the mechanic overcharged me. This is a man who loves his ship. And he'll do anything if the salesman convinces him it'll make him look cool. Yeah, if you're hearing that really tinny, unpleasant sound, that's a ton of Pikmin entering the water simultaneously. Yes, feast on the frogs. All jerks in this area, they deserve it the most. At this point, we're probably just better off harvesting bodies anyway. There's only 2 hours till sunset, so there's no sense in getting invested in a new puzzle or something. Idiots. Guys, come on. You know, the thing that was disappointing about Pikmin 4 is the fact that you got swarming at the very end of the game, and then it was too late. You didn't have anything to use it for. Like, yeah, swarming was in the game, but, like, barely, technically. You guys okay? Zirconium rotor, made of rust-proof zirconium, and it's as shiny as new, despite being left out in this planet's harsh elements. Now, if it's rust-proof, oxygen wouldn't oxidize it, so that's just physics. Come on. It'd bring me immense joy if you brought that frog home and ate it. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? Alright, forget it. We're ditching the body. Time's a-wasting. It keeps playing the peril music. I guess because we're so close to the armored canyon beetle. Okay, I think everyone's accounted for now. Having done that, tomorrow we can get the bomb rocks to remove this other wall and conquer what remains of the distant spring. So far, so good. Yeah, well, I should be taking a team of yellows and reds instead of yellows and blues. Alright, everyone's accounted for. Let's turn in for the night. "12 days since impact. It's very strange. The scenery of this planet, which I once found hostile, now sometimes strikes me as surprisingly serene. Perhaps the Pikmin have opened my heart to the beauty of this world. I even started thinking there are some parts I do not need. A daydream." This is basically the game telling you that, yeah, technically there are parts you don't need, but we're not going to tell you which ones those are, so get them all. Gotta catch them all.